Good morning.
Good morning, Maria. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. Visiting family, headed home tomorrow. Doing well, doing well. Good weather. How about you?
Good. Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. So today we have our Q&A. I want to go ahead and start, right? Holidays are next week, or Christmas is next week, really, right? And Hanukkah. So this question is, how can I find in the holidays, or how can I find joy in the holidays when I feel excluded, right? And the short answer is that joy is not always found externally, but cultivated internally. So happiness depends really on ourselves. We have to focus on creating your own our own traditions, or finding meaning in small intentional acts like volunteering and spending time with supportive friends, or engaging in solitary rituals that nourish your soul, right?
Absolutely. And, this is something that doesn't usually make the holiday highlight reels, right? Feeling excluded. But when everyone else seems wrapped up in joy and connection, and you're left wondering, why doesn't it feel that way for me? I want you to know that you're not alone in feeling this way.
Yeah.
And more importantly, there are ways to find your own kind of joy in this season, no matter what your circumstances look like. So let's break it down together.
All right. So the first thing is, why are you feeling that exclusion? So let's address that. Maybe it comes from past experiences, times where you weren't invited, or maybe you're not being invited now and you feel overlooked, or you felt overlooked in the past. Maybe it's that pressure of all those pictures that you see on social media with everybody so happy and perfect. So it can feel like the holidays are designed for everyone except for you. And the truth is that the holidays don't have to look a certain way. And in order for them to be meaningful, we're the ones that bring meaning to our holidays. It's not all of the decorations. The cheer comes from within and how we connect with everyone else. So the other thing is, you don't have to be part of a big celebration or have everything figured out to create your own joy. So it starts with reframing how you think about the season itself.
Right. And that's a really important point, because it is necessary to reframe your thinking and shift your focus. So if you have the belief, I don't belong, then it would be a good idea to flip it on its head and tell yourself, the holidays are mine to create. I can define what they mean to me. So think about it. Connection doesn't have to come from big traditional gatherings. It can come from small, quiet moments, like making your favorite meal, watching a movie that makes you laugh, or something else that is personal and meaningful and engaging to you. And here's another perspective. Sometimes the best way to feel connected is to give. Volunteering, donating, or even helping a neighbor can remind you that you are part of something bigger and you're making a difference. And that creates its own kind of joy.
Right. And, like everything else, it's an inside job. So what your beliefs are, those are the things that you need to begin to tackle. So if you are having these thoughts of the holidays are for everyone else, but they're not for me, or I always feel left out, I don't fit in, these are beliefs. They're not facts. These are perspectives that we've developed over the years based on those past experiences or comparisons. But the good news is always that you can rewrite the story. You can make the change as soon as you start believing, reframing those beliefs. So instead of I don't belong, try, I can create my own belonging by doing what I love. And instead of everyone else is happy but me, tell yourself happiness looks different for everyone, and I can find my own joy. And this kind of reframing isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing the power you have to shape the experience. And so, again, this is about reframing how we look at things, because as we look at things, once we look at things differently, things actually change. This is not just woohoo. It's because our perspective shifts and we begin to notice different things.
Yeah, it's important to find your own joy your way. So, a couple of things that I know have worked for me are gratitude. I start my day with gratitude. And so, even if things feel tough, even just finding one small thing to be thankful for. For me, it's my morning cup of tea. I love a cozy blanket, a kind word or exchange, with a neighbor or someone at the market. Gratitude has a way of shifting your perspective. And then there's also the possibility that you can create your own traditions. You don't need a big group to celebrate. You can have something that's more quiet, more meaningful to you. You can light a candle, bake cookies. I also enjoy writing my goals out for the new year. These small moments can become meaningful rituals, and find new ways to connect, right? Feeling excluded doesn't
Yes.
mean you're alone. Reach out to a friend, join a local event, or even volunteer. Sometimes connection shows up in unexpected places. And practice self-compassion. This is something that is really lacking in most people's lives. They give themselves such a hard time, much harder than they would a friend or even an acquaintance. So give yourself grace. Your feelings are valid, and you're allowed to take things one step at a time.
Right. I mean, the bottom line is that the holidays, they don't have to be scripted. They don't have to look like anyone else's in order for them to be meaningful. The joy that you're searching for, it's something that you create one small intentional step at a time. The biggest thing about a holiday is, or feeling alone, is looking through how you can connect. Because if you're feeling alone, it's because you're desiring connection.
So this year, we encourage you to, define the holiday season for yourself. Drop a comment below and share what traditions or ideas you're excited to try. And rewrite the holidays. Let's rewrite the holidays together. If this,
Absolutely.
yeah, if this resonated with you, then share it with someone who might need to hear it as well.
Yeah. And just remember, you're not alone, and you're more capable of finding joy than you might currently believe. And until the next time, take care and happy holidays your way.
Happy holidays, everyone.